Hi everyone, Ben here from Sydney Fruit Gardening, and just time to do a bit of a spring update. So I'm going to start in the front yard here with the dwarf macadamia tree. No sign of flowers yet, but growth is doing well. I'm sorry for the noise, it's a noisy street at the moment. Got a lot of construction happening opposite my house. The persimmon, the fuyu, is putting on a lot of little flower buds now, new growth. So it's setting up well for another good crop. This is a really great tree. I'm glad we got this one. There's no seeds typically as well. It's just really sweet, good flesh. So grape is starting to develop some little grape flowers. So hopefully we'll get a few grapes off this one this year. This is the red crimson seedless variety. Cherry trees. Look, I should do another video on these. These are a bit of a disappointment. These are the low chill cherries, and they just tend to not turn into much. There might be one cherry there. I think there's one down here. But you know, you grow a cherry tree for bowls of cherries, not for a handful. So it's a low chill cherry variety. So this one's got a few varieties on it, but this is a Mini Lee and Royal Lee. Mini Royal and Royal Lee. But it has a few other varieties on it as well. I've got another one here. Again, doesn't really do much. So I'm thinking, although low chill, it might still not be low chill enough for Sydney. I did have one really good year when I planted the tree. This one in particular, when I planted it, must have been the stress from the planting, but it shot off heaps of flowers, and I got, literally a couple of bowls of cherries. That was amazing. But I live in hope that we'll be able to get that kind of result again sometime. So look, we'll see how it goes. It's not the best tree at the moment. Citrus is doing well. There's a few flowers on this one. This is I think a navel orange. And the red Chatoot mulberry is doing really well. I've just got to keep the water up to it to make sure that we get all these fruit. Otherwise they dry up and they fall off, I think. So yeah, heaps of them in there. Wonderful pomegranate is in flower. More flower buds coming. It's doing really well. Done some grafts down here as well, which look like they might be taking of a green variety of pomegranate, so that'll be good. Cherimoya, look, they're starting to shoot off again, which is great. And over here is the Bamburoo mango. This one replaced the Irwin mango which I had here, which was drooping to the ground, constantly getting diseased, etc. So this one is a lot better. It doesn't blink at winter, and it's pushed out huge flowers already, which I think I will remove all the fruits again and just let it focus on being a tree for another year and just getting some growth before we keep any fruit. So that's really the front yard, and I will actually show you up here. This is the mini maca. So it grew a bit over winter actually this year. And no flowers yet, but fingers crossed. All right, I'll take you down the alleyway here and then to the backyard. This is my double grafted Momotaro and Sabara Jaboticaba. I tried to do a few more grafts, but they didn't work. This has just been flushing out new growth recently, so it's looking really good. This is the red hybrid, I think. Yeah, red hybrid. Red hybrid down here again. That's been pushing out lots of new growth. Doing really well. This one, I've just up potted it as well, but it seems to do really well in just a small pot. Costata up the back there. It's doing well as well. We've got some of the little apple tree varieties starting to push out flowers, and hopefully I'll get to try some new varieties this year, so that's That's a Soper Spitzenberg. No, that's that one is either, that's Christmas apple. Christmas apple, yeah. We've got, I think, Fuji over here, starting to push out some flowers. What's this? This is the Sopus, isn't it? Yep. Got, yeah, Soper Spitzenberg up here. Yeah, Rosie Manella. Looking forward to trying that one. This is St. Edmund's Pippin. This one's got a lot of little flower buds on it, so this one holds a lot of promise. A lot of these heritage varieties I'm trialing in Sydney just to see their how much chill they need, and you can sort of tell when they get a lot of flower spurs on them. You know, you can start to tell that, hey, this is probably a good variety for Sydney. Whereas if you look at other ones where you might just get, you know, just straight up growth, not much flower buds, not much spurs, yeah, they might not be as good for Sydney. All right, that's my Jassara palm. So it's had a little bit of cold damage over winter, but not much, to be honest. One of my white sapotas, this is a variety that's got a bit of a more furry leaves and is a little less cold tolerant compared to normal. And this is the Max Golden. Alright, Nangapire, Eugenia Rapunda, I think it is. This one will tell me. I've got two of these. Yeah, Eugenia Rapunda. So that's been putting out one here and one over there, putting out new growth. They're doing really great. Eugenias seem to do all right here in Sydney, no trouble. My grafted Lux Garcinia hopefully coming back from the brink. Very slow growing. And this is the Piriformis by Luteskins Eugenia, and that's actually trying to push out some flowers. So yeah, it might be a bit small to hold fruit, but that's promising. One of my Coke cacaos, this is the Geranio Umbratica. It was doing so well inside, and then I brought it out. We had one night where we got down to 6C, and it really got smashed. So I have another one though, which is doing better. Random seedlings over here. Someone gave me these. I don't even remember what they are. These are Abiyu and Mame Sapote in the middle. Seedlings in a community pot there. Got some Sapote seedlings. Sorry, some soursop and some coffee seedlings in there. Jackfruit. This is a jackfruit variety from Tropical Fruit World, which is a yellow, semi-soft, semi-crunchy jackfruit. Really delicious. So they're really good. Got that's not oxalis. That's actually Oka. I planted some Oka that I got from one of the Produce Art boxes of fruit. All right, been doing a bit of grafting over here again on apple trees, so I tried to just do some sort of maxi grafts. Some of these apple trees have 9 grafts on them, all bud grafts, so we'll see how they go. Some of them are starting to take, which is good. What else of interest? Well, we've got these white sapotes. These are Campong grafted. I just potted them up not long ago. Cinnamon, that's the true cinnamon variety. That stayed inside and did alright. This guy is the Torta Maranao, Pateria torta seedling. I had 2 of them. One did not like the cold, and yeah, died even though they were inside. They're supposed to be a bit more cold resistant, but I found that's not really the case, particularly at seedling stage. So yeah, and this guy, the Clavia Madakara, he did alright during winter inside. Okay, we'll go over here, just check everything else out. Right, the citrus is doing well. Potted multi-grafted citrus here. I've put on a few grapefruit grafts, so we'll see how they go. Fingers crossed, but I always find citrus grafting pretty challenging, to be honest. So we'll see what happens there. Yellow Jaboticaba, doing alright. It's probably got some kind of nutrient deficiency there. We might have to correct, but it's doing well. That lived inside though during winter. Oh, the other cacao's over here. So it's a little bit better than the other one, but still definitely got affected. You can really see the difference between sort of something that's quite tropical compared to some subtropical trees. You know, the abiu actually grew inside over winter, whereas the cacao basically stopped growing and just sort of lived inside and was much greener inside. I should have waited probably another couple of weeks before I brought them out. Anyway, they're out now, so yeah, this is my Spalliid apples. They're doing well. You've got already the Dorset Golden that's flowered and fruited. That's that graft there. Got Fuji, which is, you know, a few weeks behind that, probably a month or 6 weeks. This is a new one I got. This is Anna, which is a pollinator for Golden Dorset alongside Tropic Sweet. I've got a few other little Dorset Goldens in pots or Tropic Sweets or whatever. So they're all doing really well. This is a Carrington. The apples aren't much good. These Carrington ones, they're just small, actually small billiard ball sized apples, and they're generally soft, but they are a good pollinator because they just come into flower about now and sort of bridge the gap from the super earlies to the earlies, if you will. Little graft there of Rosie Manella shooting out a little bit. Another graft up here. I think this is Woods Point Tin Shed, I think, but I might have mixed up with Fuji, so we'll find out. That's a Tropic Sweet, not to be confused with Tropic Beauty. That's my Lakucha or Monkey Jack. It's doing well, but it gets this kind of fungal thing, so I have to watch it. It actually got it from this peach tree, I think. Now, I treated the peach this year and it's been fine, and this guy though still, might have needed another spray or something, I'm not sure, but it's doing okay. You'll be able to see inside the peach tree I've got heaps of peaches. I'm so looking forward to getting a good peach harvest this year. There we go, you can see. I did thin some of them, but I've also left quite a few on. So this is I think it's the early beauty peach. Alright, Rollinia, you saw these in the last video, not much to update there. Alright, this is the Eugenia itaguahensis, or the dwarf Grimmagummer. Looking like it's going to flower soon. Just on that side though, not so much on that side yet. Don't know what's going on there, but anyway, I'll be excited to get some fruit from that. Jackfruit, this is Spalliid one's doing all right. Seem to do okay during winter. Cedar Bay cherry, I think I've got a flower bud on here too. Cedar Bay cherry. Yeah, there's one flower bud down there. That'll be the first flower bud and first fruit if it comes. I did have a lemon drop mangosteen here which died over winter, or at the end of winter, so I've replanted this area with a Eugenia squamiflora. That's that. Right, Kwai Muk is doing well. Again, no trouble with winter for Kwai Muk. It's doing alright. It is a seedling though, I'm a little worried. I've seen some videos where these just get to massive trees and still don't fruit. So a little worried about that. I might try and get a cutting of someone and graft it on. Coffee down there, which is doing alright. White sapotes, look, it's doing okay. I don't know if it's just the variety, but this, look, I'm not getting huge fruit off it, to be honest. This is the Kampong variety. If it keeps giving me these crappy small fruit, I'll cut it and regraft the thing. Some slightly bigger ones there, but you know, not great so far, to be honest. Flavor's good, but when you're eating a fruit like that big, well, it becomes a snack rather than you know, a serious kind of fruiting tree, or it becomes more of a novelty tree. So it's got to deliver this year, or else it'll get the chop and it'll get regrafted. Okay, working through some potential other plans here. I've got the Puteria lucama here. This is the Montalban variety of seedling. It's a soft type, so a wet type, sorry, I should say. So apparently you can eat the fruit out of hand. Debating whether I plant it here. So we'll see. It's a bit close to the peach tree and the Jaboticaba here, but yeah, look, yeah, if I go too far forward, then I really eat into the rest of the lawn. Still got this blasted trampoline here, which the kids still like. I'm not a great fan of, but yeah, I might try and put this in the ground this season. Same with this Luke's. I'm debating whether I put this Luke's seedling in the ground this season. This lived inside and yeah, did well over winter. So it's not an achacha, that's just a that's just a pot. This is a Luke's, which I got from Danny actually quite a while ago. So soursop has gone in the ground. I figure it's time for make and break for the soursop. So it's lived in a pot for so long. It's been accustomed to Sydney winters to an extent for a while, though it has come inside for the last couple. And yeah, now look, it's going through that annual process of losing its leaves and putting out the new ones. But it is in ground now where the Panama berry was. And yeah, look, I may cover it. I may actually do the frost cloth thing. I'll see. I've never had to do that. Well, I've never done that here. It's a lot of bother, but you know, I might try and do that with this guy. We'll see. Wax jambu, starting to put out some new growth. It got blown around by the wind and lost a lot of leaves. It was also covered up quite a fair bit, so I cut down quite a big red Dhaka banana there to make some space and let some light through. We've also put in the ground, we've got the red cherry guava here. I've just put into the ground a yellow cherry guava next to it, so I think this will just be a multi guava kind of bush. So I'm also thinking that I will get rid of some of these bananas. Beautiful sort of red Dhaka rack there. We don't mind bananas. We've never been huge banana eaters though. Like, I'm not a total massive fan of them. They are good for protecting sensitive trees over winter. but these trees are starting to get older now and don't need as much protection. So I am thinking of removing that clump of red Dhaka, which will sort of free up that spot a little bit, even though there's not a huge kind of space there. But you know, maybe something like Patanga tuber could go in the ground there. I don't know, we'll see. Also got this star apple. This stayed outside for the whole of winter, and look, that over there, that's the only damage. So it has done really well. I'm thinking this should go in the ground somewhere as well. So again, where is the question, but yeah, I reckon that one might do okay. I potted up this guy, the acerola. It didn't love me for it. It's gone a little yellow, but I think that'll come back okay. Jackfruit over here is doing all right. You know, starting to get bigger now. It's there's the trunk size. So it's a seedling, you know. So we'll just wait on that one. Getting a few of these berries from the Atherton raspberry out the back there, which, you know, they're all right. Whilst I show you that Jaboticaba, this is the Grimmel variety. It's sending out flushes, which is great. Lychee, it's had these kind of new growths on it pretty much all of winter, but they haven't done a heck of a lot, so it's kind of just sitting there in stasis a little bit at the moment. Hopefully it'll take off. That's the Erdon Lee variety of lychee. Got the grafted Nankar Mini jackfruit here. This stayed outside all winter as well. It was around the corner though. It was a bit protected in the alley, but no, there's a slight bit of cold damage, but not much, to be honest. It's doing really well. Peanut butter fruit as well. Look, this guy, I'm surprised, did so well outside. So it stayed outside all winter, and it has not had any, you know, there's just some minor cold damage there, but really nothing to write home about. So I think these might just be cold sensitive when they're seedlings or when they're young. I lost a seedling indoors over winter, which is only sort of as long as my finger, as a small seedling. So I think the seedlings are really sensitive, but once they're bigger, if you can get them to the size like this, they seem to do all right. I've only had the one fruit off this yet, so I'm hoping for a lot more this season to give it a good try. The one fruit I had was, yeah, it was okay, but yeah, nothing to write home about. Green sapote, a little bit of cold damage, but not much. It's starting to shoot off again now. Jujube, this is the Lee Jujube. I'm not going to let it fruit this year. I just want it to focus on growth, because it tends to send out these sticks. The fruit forms on these little twigs, and then there's no further growth, and then the twigs fall off when it goes into dormancy. So I'm like, nah, we just need you to actually concentrate on becoming a full tree rather than just stuffing around. Canistel did pretty well over winter. Sort of see right there. So a bit of cold damage, of course, but nothing too problematic. Abby is hating me right now because I repotted it. It's gone all droopy and sad, so I'm hoping that will just bounce back. They're not a big fan of being repotted, those Abiu. It did great over winter though inside. Black sapote, we are starting to pick these now. There's one ready to be picked actually. I'll pick that guy too. There you go. You can tell because the calyx has been lifted like that. Yeah, that's when you know they're ready. So that'll just sit on the bench now and go into its mushy state, at which point it's edible. They're actually quite sweet, these ones. They're not bland like some black sapotes. I'll go over here. Eugenia uniflora. This is a Suriname cherry. It's been doing a little bit of flowering, so we'll probably get a few fruit, I'm hoping. The fruit, well, look, I tried it before and I was not that impressed, but we'll give it another go. I don't know if I've shown you these, but I put these papayas in ground. They stayed in ground all winter. I think I have shown you. This is the red hybrid, and this is the southern red. So both did well. This one was a bit more exposed, so copped it a bit more, but you know, no problems. Kind of a little bit of, I don't know if that's trunk damage, but yeah, they're alright. It's not squishy, they're growing fine. This one did really well. Sugarcane there, and the mountain soursop. Supposed to be a good selection from a good fruit, so we will see about that. Chacha is still basically just doing nothing. It's still dormant, you know. It should probably start sprouting again. It does this thing each season. If I can see a leaf, I'll show you, but sometimes, yeah, like here, it'll drop some of these leaves. Another one over there. So just towards the end of the winter season that can happen, but it's doing well. Another rack of bananas up there is supposed to be blue Java, but I'm 99% sure it's not. They're about to ripen. This is my pear. I've just grafted on the Hood pear, so now we have Hood, Florida Home, Paradise, Babyface, Buodial, all on one, but no flowers. No flowers this year at all. So again, I'm hoping this isn't like the cherries where the chill isn't low enough. Random cat back there. I wish the cats could do a better job of killing the rodents that we sometimes get. There's an avo there too, which is the Wirtz, which is doing nothing. So that, yeah, I'll give it another go this year, but it might come out. All right. Probably not much else to show you guys. That's if I just stand back, that's the whole area. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And oh yeah, Longman over here too. So Longman's doing well. Again, this is one where I'm going, oh, shall I put it in the ground here as well? It could get quite congested here with all these plants, but yeah, I've got the trampoline there, and I've got a little bit of open space here as well. So yeah, the trampoline could come up a bit more, and then I could fill in that area a bit as well. We will see, guys. Another little coffee tree down there. Is starting to put out a bit of new growth as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye, everyone.